Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. I'm Justin Barone, and today we are smoking. Thank you. Today in the bong, we are smoking Organic Watermelon Z. Now, Organic Watermelon Z. Hold on a sec here. It's a little chair drag. There we go. Organic Watermelon Z is actually out of this. The Cognoscente pack. It is a craft cannabis pack. I believe Black Market makes it if you live in Canada. Basically what you've got in here is you've got 11 grams of different types of weed. All legal. So you got 1.5 grams of animal sorbet Kush mints, 1.5 grams of cake pops, 1.5 grams of jealousy, 1.5 grams of pineapple pea, and 1.5 grams of upside down cake. I haven't tried any. Well, I mean, I've smoked the animal sorbet Kush mints because it's delicious, and I've had it in a blunt, and it's a really good blunt. So if you get a chance to get that, you should definitely get that. Where was I here? Organic Watermelon Z. Smoked that in a blunt. That was a pre-roll. I smoked that the other day. Also very nice. IC sandwiches, pre-rolls, 2 of them. I just like that it's called IC sandwiches because I hope after I smoke it, I see sandwiches, you know. I'm a dork. And then we've got 1.5 grams of organic sweet fuel. Oh no. Wait, hold on a second here. Organic Watermelon Z is what I just smoked in the bong. So this is the effect of Organic Watermelon Z. It makes you high, makes you forget what you just said, and yeah, it's a pretty good high, I gotta say. It hit me like right away. However, I do have to admit, that was my second bong hit. I hit the first one, and then my soundboard didn't work, so I had to do it again. So I should be pretty tuned up for this. Hopefully you're tuned up for this. So smoke along is what I'm trying to say, because that's all I'm trying to do here, is give you a smoke buddy whenever you need one. Okay, so yeah. So right now we're smoking the Organic Watermelon Z in the bong. It seemed like the most sativa strain that I could try on here, that I hadn't already tried, because I find Cake Pops is kind of like that. But it doesn't say what the actual percentage is of this bud, but it does give you the terp profile. So the terp profile on this one is 1.9% terps. Terpinolene is the number 1, then limonene, caryophyllene, and then it just says other. So it's probably a combination of a bunch of them. But yeah, so that's what's in the bong today. I'm going to work my way through this craft pack and hopefully tell you all about all the different strains. And hopefully you enjoy it. It's a little pricey, I'll be honest. Like, I don't necessarily think that it's the best value. If you're going for weed and value, then this might not be like 100% ideal, because the cost is a little higher than the amount that you get. But overall, so far it's been good. I bought this one because I had also bought the Cognoscente pack. It was the 3 testers, and one was banjo. It was 3 2-gram, 3 different strains, 2-gram nugs of each strain. So you had like 6 grams, and it was expensive as well. But it was craft, so it was really nice. All 3 strains were really good. They each had a different kind of high. I know banjo was one. Banjo made the air thick. Okay, I smoked this shit. I had a shower. I thought I had a 5-minute shower. I had a 45-minute shower. All right, when I got into it, the air got nice and hot, and it literally felt like I was encased in air. It felt like a little jello-y, like thick. That's what I'm saying. It made the air thick. That's how high I got. And it was just a little bit, and I really enjoyed it. And then what else did they have in there? They had waffles. That one was okay. And then what was the other one? Oh, platinum. I think it was platinum grapes. That one was good, but the name was more like intense than the actual product. You know what I'm saying? It was good, but it was, I don't know. Out of my 3 picks out of those ones, banjo was definitely the one, because it, like, whoa, dude. When I say it made the air thick, you weren't sure if you could breathe it, because it felt like you were breathing in liquid. Okay. It was a wicked high. So that's why I bought this craft pack. Because I thought at 11 grams I'll get to try a bunch of different stuff. The only downside to it is I've tried a lot of it already, so I don't know if I'm like sold on these craft packs 100% yet. The bud does tend to be a little bit better. The plant's clearly at a higher level of cultivation than some of the other ones, I guess you could say. So it was worth it. So I'm going to work my way through it, tell you all about it. This one is very much a sativa. It makes me talkative. Clearly, it makes me high. Like you could tell that I'm high. It's good, man. Organic watermelon Z. And then, okay, this is special. Because for the pre-roll today, I've decided that I really want to smoke my hash-infused blunt. It's Presidente by Lobo, okay? Now listen, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I don't get paid for this. I'm just trying to tell you the good shit, the shit that's worth getting. Now, again, expensive, but amazing, okay? This is the Presidente, which I have nicknamed the El Presidente, because it is the perfect size of a cigar. Here, hold on, okay? So there it is. Let's see if we can... I'll zoom in after and we can see what it looks like. But it's a hash-infused blunt. It's 30% THC. Okay? It is, let me see here. It's 2 grams. So you're getting one blunt, 2 grams worth of weed, infused with hash. So it's the equivalent, because the hash, how much did they put in? I think it's a gram of hash. It's the equivalent of 8 grams of dry cannabis. And let me tell you, when you smoke this thing, you feel super satisfied. One of the best parts about it is that they actually put like a little cotton ball in there to protect the filter. Because the filter is glass. But look at this thing, man. You telling me that this is like something you wouldn't smoke? Give me a break. If you like blunts, you got to give this a shot. Look at that thing, man. Look at that. It's incredible. So anyway, one night I was smoking this thing, and I took it over with some friends. So that's what we're smoking today, is the El Presidente blunt, as we talk about certain things and other things and some things. Dude, I am so high. I'm so high right now. It's really nice. I haven't been alone and high, I don't know, in a little while. Oh, man. I hope you had a good week. I hope you're enjoying your time, having a good, just generally taking things positively, because it seems like the world's going to fucking shit. Just for lack of a better fucking term, I guess. I don't know, man. The whole state of everything here is a little bit bonkers. Yeah, I just hope that in the midst of all the bullshit, you're having a good time, and you're finding a way to etch out a fun, happy, enjoyable life. Yeah. Cheers to you, and thank you for joining me on 420 Friday. Sometimes I say things. Sometimes I do things. I don't know why. They just happen. But what I was trying to say is thank you for joining me on your Friday at 4:20 to kick your weekend off right, baby. So cheers to you. This week I figured I would talk about what I've been up to the last couple weeks. So I got kind of on this, like, I'm not even on a health kick. I'm just on a transition kick. I need a change, right? So I decided to come down to this and focus on the podcast. And I decided to take some time off work. So I left work. I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to do this 100% is what I'm saying. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So in the effort of trying to make some changes and trying to be positive and complete and continue to move forward and progress, I came to the conclusion that I was a little dehydrated. Because, you see, what has been happening lately is that I've been drinking a lot more coffee because I've been trying to keep up. I've been burning the candle at both ends, trying to do stuff for the podcast and do stuff at the shop. So I decided to leave the shop. so that I could focus on the podcast, because the podcast was getting no attention. And the whole point of this year was to take the time, attention, and effort and see what I could do with this thing. Right? Right. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to step away. Now, hopefully at some point there's an opportunity to go back, because I really enjoyed working there, but I need to get this going first. So, in the effort of change, generally when I make a change like this, I do simple things, because I've learned that the big things don't take. So I realized that I was drinking 6 or 7 cups of coffee a day, which is stupid for me, because with the heart condition, back in my 20s, that's how I ended up with the defibrillator the first time, right? So I'm drinking a lot of coffee, and generally just trying to keep myself awake so that I have time in the day to do everything that I want. Now, working out has suffered, so what I decided to do was to get back into the frame of mind of working out and more healthy, right? So here are the 3 things that I've been doing wrong that I decided to change immediately. Okay? So 1, I was staying up way too late all the fucking time. I would go on like 2-3 hours of sleep, if that, and then end up exhausted until finally by the end of the week or whatever I crashed, right? So things just weren't fun. And then on top of that, I had stopped working out. I was just eating and then trying to figure out what to do with this, trying to get some free time after work and working, right? And working was becoming more and more. So it was intruding a little bit. And then the other thing was these fucking 6 or 7 cups of coffee. It was keeping me up. I wasn't drinking water. I know there's water in the coffee, but fuck that shit, man. That's not enough water. So what I decided to do was I decided to hydrate myself. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I can't just have a glass of water. Because if I go and I have a glass of water, that water is going to be done in like a minute or 2, right? And then the next thing I know, I'm going to have to go back to the fridge and get another glass of water. And I was like, that is not going to work. I'm not going to be able to hydrate myself by doing this. So I'll give up on it really easily. So what I decided to do was I decided to look on the internet and find out where I could get a big jug of water, okay? So I came across these jugs. They are this. They hold a gallon of water, okay? They have times in the day. So if you're listening to this and you're not watching it, this big jug here has a gallon of water in it. It's green and black. It's got a handle on the back and a rope to hold it around your wrist so you don't lose it. It's got a straw as the way to drink it. And then down the side of it, it has times. The amount of water you should have drank should equal the time it is in the day, okay? So this one goes 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9 p.m. Dude, I bought this thing, okay? First of all, it's like the size of a newborn baby. Maybe a little bigger, okay? Like transition between toddler and baby, maybe. This thing is huge. It's like drinking a baby. And you have to drink it in a day. That's the other thing. You have to drink this starting at 7 a.m., okay? I just filled it up this morning. Uh-oh. Don't squirt out. Sometimes the water backs up and choom, it squirt. I got it in the head one day. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, in the effort of change, and in the effort of trying to make myself healthy, because that's the easiest change you can make, right? And is trying to make yourself healthy, I figure I'll just drink all the water. So I get this thing, okay? First of all, I decided I had to clean it. Don't do what I did, because I'm an idiot. Yup. So I take this thing. It's made of plastic, right? I figure I can't clean it out with like a scrub brush or anything like that. The only thing I can do is like use hot water and pour it in and then like dump it out, boil it, basically, right? No, bad idea, dude. Really bad idea, dude. Because I poured that in, this thing became a bag. It was a gallon bag. Just hanging off the fucking handle, which was also becoming bag-like very quickly because of the heat of the water. Now, I only got it filled like a quarter or like halfway up. It wasn't even fully filled. But that was enough heat to melt the shit. Okay? bag. It was a bag. It was just hanging there. So I dump out the hot water, and I'm thinking, fuck, I ruined this thing. It cost me $30, which is probably overpriced anyway, but whatever. That's what it cost me, okay? So I'm thinking, fuck, I broke it. And then I think, okay, I better get cold water in it quick, right? Fucking jam down some cold water real fast. And it started to pop back out into shape. Thank God. Filled it up. No leaks. Man, I lucked out, dude. Do not heat up your water bottle. That's a stupid fucking move, man. However, it has kept me more hydrated because I always have it on me. Well, I don't really take it out of the house, but if I'm in the house, then I have it on me all the time. So I never run out of water, right? Because as soon as it gets down to like 7 p.m. Oh yeah, that was the thing. So here's the story of the day that I got it after I fucked it up and brought it back to life. This is what happened. So I fill it up the next day, right? I think I got up at like 8 a.m. No, probably earlier than that, like 7, but I didn't fill it up till 8. So anyway, I fill this thing up till at 8 o'clock. I'm thinking, I could drink all this in a day, no problem, right? Dude, it took me 2.5 days to drink this. Mostly because I don't drink water, but I also didn't take it to work, and I was working at the time. So, yeah. This is a lot of water, but if you want to stay hydrated, it's a great way to stay hydrated. And I think it's the only way. Now I've got my kids basically saying like, hey dad, let's do a competition where we each have one of these. So what we do, my kids and I do every month, is we go do something fun, right? So like we'll go out and play like laser tag or some shit like that. So I thought what we could do is turn it into a competition. So the people that drink the most jugs in the week, right? Figuring that they're gonna take some time to drink this. They think they could down it no problem. But yeah, see how much whoever drinks the most at the end of the week gets like points, right? Then at the end of the month, they get to pick what the activity is that we all do the next month. A little competition. I figured it'd be fun, get a little rivalry going. But yeah, I did it more so because I felt like, I'm 41. I'm drinking 7 cups of coffee a day. I probably shouldn't be doing that. I should probably cut down. This also occupies me from doing that. It also occupies me from drinking anything else because, or not occupies me. It also motivates me to stay away from drinking other things because it's right there, and I have this competition reminder down the side of it of the hours in the day. Like, look how far behind I am right now. Okay, so it is like noon right now, and I'm just drinking 7 a.m. Dude, you know how fast I'm going to have to drink this? I'm going to be peeing like every 10 minutes. But also, the other thing that I decided to do was I decided to take a little bit of time off having any booze. And the boo? That was a weird way to say that. Did you hear that? Booze. I'm just saying. I was taking some time off having any drink. So I had like, I think I had 2 beers a couple days ago. Or a few days ago. But that's it since just after Christmas. So I just decided to. I don't have like a problem drinking. I just decided I didn't want to drink any more booze because I found that more often than not, I was smoking weed, and when I smoke weed and drink beer, it doesn't work out very well. I can have like 3 beers, but if I'm drinking with my buddies, I don't want to stop at 3 beers. It's 3 tall boys, but still at the same time, like I want to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to take a cab home. I want to have some fun. So, but the thing was the fact that I can't have weed and beer kept making me green out, and like the last time was bad, dude. The last time, oh man. I was embarrassed about that one, but yeah, that one involved the floor, a carpet, and a lot of puke. That was the day that I was like, you know what? I think it's time to take a break from drinking. If you're gonna smoke weed, I think I can only do one or the other now. I don't think I could do both. I don't think my body is really good at that. My brain is not good, especially if the beer is good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the right mood for beer, and you're like, yeah, give me a couple. Then all of a sudden you smoke that extra joint, and the next thing you know, you're just like, oh, that's it, I'm done. Uh-oh. Here we go, I'm fucked. And then you like feel the green out come, and you're like, okay, I got this. I could just sit back in the chair. I'll close my eyes. I'll just think to myself, everything is fine. Everything is fine. And then everybody else around you is like, hey man, you okay? And you're like, yup, everything is fine. And then they just keep like checking in. They're like, dude, you want to play? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And you're like, nope. I just want to sit here and tell myself that everything is going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? That's my kind of green out space. That's what I like to do. I like to sit down and just fucking take it. Feel like that's it. But that's also where this comes in handy, this big giant jug of water. Because when you know that you're going to be smoking a lot, you got to stay hydrated. Because even coffee as well dehydrates you, right? It's a diuretic. So you got to keep yourself hydrated. So that's how I came to this. I came to this bad boy because I felt like I was, well, first of all, I felt like my mouth was always really dry, like constantly. And it's not like I smoke weed all day. I smoke weed like in the evenings. You know what I mean? If it's a weekend, I might smoke a little more often, but I don't smoke all day every day. And I take days off. So I just noticed that my mouth would get really dry. I always felt like, not tired, but like off. You know what I mean? And everything felt dry. I felt dried up. I felt like I was pruning out. So then I felt like dehydrated fruit. So that's when I decided I should just drink more water. And then even with like when I would green out, so now if I go, I take this with me. If I go to smoke or whatever, I don't drink beer. I just take this giant jug of water because I know I'm not going to run out of it. It's really easy to just keep going with. It's perfect, dude. And then I subdue dry mouth and I don't have to worry about it. That's what I'm saying. Stay hydrated. No matter what you're doing, stay hydrated. You have to. Otherwise, you can run into like all kinds of weird fucking problems and shit. Like, especially if you smoke cigarettes, which I'm currently in the quit phase. Oh, hopefully it sticks. I think I've been doing pretty good. But yeah, you know, so what I was trying to say was, if you smoke weed, you smoke cigarettes, and you do it on a regular basis, I noticed that I always had like really bad dry mouth. So I figured hydrating would do that. And then I hadn't been to the dentist since before COVID. Why? Because again, I'm an idiot. Okay? I normally have good teeth. I don't have like a bad problem going on, but I hadn't been in a while, so they needed to be clean. Then when I was talking to the dentist, I was telling her that I had dry mouth. And I'm like, how can I solve this problem? Because it's not like, even if I'm not high, my mouth is a little bit dry. And I told her what I had done with buying my giant jug of water here and trying to stay hydrated. I said, but what else can I do? So she told me I have to floss more. Because who doesn't have to floss more? I don't know. I can't floss, man. Look, my hands are like fat sausages. They're breakfast sausages, dude. Like, they don't fit in my mouth. I can't do the whole scratchy scratch, scrapey scrape thing. So she's like, well, you need to start flossing. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. So, like, not that I'm trying to be a dick, but, like, how do I do this without actually flossing? So she says, buy those little, like, pick things, right? They look like a bow and arrow kind of thing, and you use that, boom, boom, with the little piece of plastic. And she said you could use that. And I said, I've tried. I don't really like it. I don't find it works. So then she goes, well, you can get the water pick. Now, I don't know if you've ever had the water pick, but dude, I bought this thing. It comes with an electric toothbrush, which I haven't used yet, and it also comes with this, like, you know, it looks like a dentist tool, and it's all motorized. You got like a water reservoir, and it pumps the water through the pick, and it shoots it at your gum line and through your teeth, and it basically does what, as best it can, what floss does, and kicks out all the gunk and goo, and, you know, cleans out where the, you know, shit would line your gums and stuff. Now, it is great. I'm not going to deny that. It is one of the best things I've ever used for my teeth, okay? Now, I'm not saying that that's going to actually make your mouth less dry, but it helps because it stimulates your gums and all that shit, right? But it also feels like, if you're stoned, if it's a mouth massage, man. You shoot that shit right along your gum line, it feels like there's like a million little hands just all right along the side of your gums. It feels so good. Turn that power right up to fucking 10. But doom, if it went to 11, I would take you to 11. I would, man. I would totally take it to 11. Is this coffee good anymore? Nope, it's cold. Coffee's out. Water is in. But yeah, no, the water pick feels fucking phenomenal, man. If you're looking for something that really does a good job of, keeping your gums and your teeth nice and white, especially if you drink coffee and smoke cigarettes, dude, use that once a day, twice a day. It doesn't matter because it's just water. And then if you want to help fix dry mouth, you can use this stuff, which the dentist recommended to me too, is Biotine. Yeah, Biotine. It's a moisturizing mouthwash. It tastes like the stuff they give you at the dentist, but fuck, it's great, dude. I've been using that for like the last couple weeks now, and there is no dry mouth. Like, if I smoke a joint, yes, but then as soon as I drink some water, boom, everything's good again. That's what I'm saying. Dude, it's awesome. I'm just telling you that, like, yeah, it's if you have a problem with fucking dry mouth, then yeah, you have to pick this up. Biotine is the shit, I'm telling you. And the water pick, dude, the water pick is the nicest fucking, it's so sweet. It feels like, I'm telling you, if you could pull your gums, if you could pull your gums out of your face and like put them down in front of you, and then like, and like have a full on like grippy grap massage, dude, you get inside, outside, all in between the teeth. Your gums are all, woo, welcome to the day. That's what I'm saying. I'm just, if you need the help with your gums, I'm just telling you, it's one of the best things I've ever had. Along with this hydration shit, dude, I'm on point. Well, not quite yet. See, like, look. I'm telling you, man. It's fucking huge. Oh, that thing of water is so huge. And it's hard to drink it. It takes fucking forever. Alright. Well, I hope you're enjoying the sesh. I think we should definitely spark these fucking blunts. Well, if you don't have a blunt, spark your joint. Light something up. Let's smoke a little something here. Because you know what it is? I think in the, what do you call it? In the spirit of trying to get healthier and make some change, I decided that since last week we talked about, or last episode, I shouldn't say last week, last episode we talked about CBG and how it is the mother cannabinoid, and it makes like THC, and CBD, and all that fun shit. And it also makes you feel real good about being you. I figured this time, because we're talking about staying hydrated, sort of developing a plan, a schedule to follow, so that I can focus more on my goals here. Oh, dude, I love El Presidente. It is my favorite blunt, 100%. It's so smooth. Hash infused, the hash is smooth. It tastes like a blunt should taste. It tastes like weed. It doesn't taste like cigar. I smoked one the other day that tasted like a fucking Century Sam. You ever had one of those? If you know what I'm talking about, you guys know. The Century Sam, it tasted just like I got high. There was weed in it, but it tasted like there wasn't. It tasted like a store-bought Century Sam. It even had a little red tag around it, just like a Century Sam, and I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't. It was a weed one, but yeah. Anyway, my point is, this Lobo El Presidente, if you're gonna buy a special occasion, because it is expensive, a special occasion smoke, I highly fucking recommend this. I love this thing, man. It makes me feel like El Presidente. It's sweet. The hash gives it a nice smooth, heavier flavor with a thicker smoke. I love this fucking thing. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying in the spirit of hydration, healthy changes, and an effort to progress, I decided that this week's Weed Facts would be about CBN, because last week we talked CBG and how it's the mother cannabinoid. I already said this, I know, but I'm just going over it because I sidetracked myself and I'm trying to get myself back on track here. So it's the mother cannabinoid. It makes weed. It makes THC, CBD, CBD, and you feel really good about being you, right? Okay. So CBN.
It's time for some weed facts, bro. That's right, some weed and some facts. Right on.
There we go. So today's weed facts are from. Oh, where are we here? Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. Where did it go? Oh no. Hang on 1 second here. It appears that I did not save the site that I had got it on. Okay, here we go. No.
It's time for some weed facts, bro. That's right, some weed and some facts. Right on.
Stupid me forgot to put the original website where I got the information from, which I always do, because you got to give credit, right, to where you find the information. Plus, also, these are articles that you guys can look up, so I got to make sure that my accuracy is at least right to what they're putting. I'm not adjusting anything to spin it weird. Just giving you the info that I find. So, since we're talking about healthy changes, one of the things that obviously you need for a healthy change is a good night's sleep. So, I wanted to talk about CBN, because CBN can help you do that. So, weed fact number 1 is, what is CBN exactly? Well, CBN is cannabinol. I hate saying these fucking things. Cannabinol. There we go. My brain sucks. Cannabinol, CBN, is a cannabinoid found in the cannabis sativa plant. It can also be produced synthetically. CBN forms when THC degrades due to exposure to heat, air, and/or light. This is why higher levels of CBN can be found in aged dry cannabis, says Eric Adams, CEO, President, and Director of InMed Pharmaceuticals, a manufacturer and developer of rare cannabinoids. However, CBN isn't known to cause the intoxicating psychoactive effects associated with THC. So that's what CBN is. And this is from Forbes.com, Healthy Body, What is CBN? I'll have the link up on tots420.com under Weed Facts. And you can read the full articles on this stuff. But what are the potential benefits of CBN, you might ask yourself. Now, like CBD helps with pain, inflammation, things like that. CBN also helps with that, but it helps. It's like, okay, this is sort of how I explained it. I explained it to customers who wanted to know, like, if you're trying to explain, oh my God, I can't even explain it. What is wrong with me? Know something before you talk about it, Justin. I swear I know. CBN is basically the weed version of melatonin. Okay, it helps you go to sleep. It helps you get rest. It helps you feel rested, relaxed, calm, and sort of like guides you into sleep. It doesn't necessarily put you to sleep, but it could potentially help you get there. Okay. The other part of it is, when you're asleep, it helps you stay asleep. Not in a bad way. In a good way. It helps you get the full like REM cycle and everything like that, right? When you need that deep sleep and you need that full rest to recuperate, then this is something good to take. So researchers are currently testing CBN cream as a treatment for epidermolysis bullosa, a group of rare diseases that cause the skin to blister easily. Currently in the second phase of its clinical trial in Med Pharmaceuticals, found its CBN cream to be well tolerated on both normal, intact skin as well as on open wounds and cause no delay in wound healing. CBN may have an anti-inflammatory activity that could be beneficial in healing chronic wounds where healing has been prevented by prolonged inflammation, says Eric Sue, Senior Vice President of Preclinical Research and Development at InMed Pharmaceuticals, reducing the effects and symptoms of glaucoma. So it helps with glaucoma too. It helps in the relief of chronic muscle pain because if a lot of the times now you get CBD and CBN mixed together, and the reason for that is CBN could provide pain relief for chronic muscle pain disorders such as temporomandibular disorders, pain in the jaw muscles, joints and nerves, and fibromyalgia, a condition that causes pain all over the body, but clinical studies have yet to test this theory. But yeah, basically you get, I don't know why I read that. I just read that in the middle of nothing. But basically, CBN and CBD together, obviously with CBD, you get the anti-inflammatory properties. So if you're trying to rest and you're resting properly, then your CBD will help your body regenerate a little bit quicker, right? Or heal a little bit quicker. And CBN can help in that because obviously it's going one step further to actually to help promote that and also have a calming and restful reaction from the person that uses it, right? Dude, I just got high. But that's why you should use CBN. If you're having a hard time sleeping, if you're having a hard time staying asleep, that's what I've heard from most people that use it. Most people that use it have said that it's not that it helps them get to sleep as much as it does help them stay asleep. People that tend to get up a few times in the middle of the night or whatever, they tend to use CBN because it helps them. Maybe they get up 4 times in a night. When they use CBN, maybe they get up like 2 times. So it cuts it down so they get a little more rest, you know? So yeah, it does seem to help with that. But that's why you should drink a gallon of water a day. I don't know if you should drink a gallon of water. I'm just trying to do it because I feel like I'm really dehydrated. What else? What else did I do? Oh yeah, brush your teeth a lot. Get something and like floss however you can. You know, whatever tools you can use. Keep your mouth clean. Keep all that shit good. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Use CBN to sleep, right? Get a good night's sleep, and things will go pretty well, I think. You know, you got to get the rest. That's the thing that I noticed the most. Like when I was working out before, because I was so tired in the day, that I go to bed at like 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at the latest. And those were the best because I got all the sleep I needed. I got all the rest I needed. I was always hydrated because I was sweating like a bitch all the time, right? And I worked at a job where I shoveled all the time. So, you know, I was always doing the right things. But now that I'm being lazy and fat... I have to have a water jug right near me so that I can just drink out of it anytime I want. Otherwise, I'll never drink water and I'll die of dehydration. I know it. I feel it in my bones. So I add all these things together and hopefully we have healthier Justin in the next 6 months. Not that I'm not healthy. I'm just saying. And then smoke a little weed. And by the way, I really like these blunts. I can't say enough about them. If you get a chance, buy one. Share it with your friends. You'll be pissed off that you did, but share it with your friends because they deserve the experience too. They also come with a glass tip, which is sweet as shit. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been all about lately, is just trying to make a better change and do the right things and do the things that I was like, you know, actually trying to do here. Because fuck, man, it's hard to balance kids, life, everything. It's hard to do all that shit. I have to get my kids to school every day. Then I'd had to work every day. Then I wanted to do this, which is hard because I have to do it when they're out of the house and I don't have to work. Dude, I'm trying to get weekends so that I can hang out with them, stuff like that, right? So something had to give. And fortunately, I hope that I made the right choice here. We'll find out, I guess. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to put more effort into this. I really got to put more effort into this. Make the positive moves that I was making before instead of being complacent. But dude, I'm glad you're sharing your smoke with me, your start to the weekend. I hope you're enjoying the sesh like I said before. You know, I really do hope that like everything is good. Like everything's just awesome for everybody. Yeah. I try to have as much fun as possible. That's why I got a giant jug of water. I figured it'd be a joke. I tried to find one with like pot sayings on it, like, oh, time to like wake and bake and hydrate or some shit at 7, and then like maybe you have like one line at noon that's like, dude, don't forget your H2O. You know, and then one at night that's like, hey man, I know you might pee the bed, but like, get it in you. There's nothing like that. Maybe I should make those. That'd be sick. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just stupid. I like stupid shit. Don't you like stupid shit? I like dumb shit. Stuff that makes me laugh. I don't take anything too seriously. I can't. I do obviously have a serious side. But like, I try to be less serious. Or serious less often. Yeah. I try to be serious less often, I think. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm always trying to do better. So that's what we're doing. We're doing better. And again, we're sticking with this theme of doing better and staying healthy. But did you know, okay? Did you know that there was stuff that, okay, hold on. I got to find the title again because I forget what I wrote. Okay, so we're talking about being healthy, right? We're talking about crazy things people used to think were healthy, but are not.
Dude, for real? Oh, no way.
And some of them are like not surprising, obviously, because there was dumb shit that we thought was, whatever. But yeah, also also nothing. Also, I'm high.
Dude, for real? Oh, no way.
I hope you're high. I hope you're enjoying the session. I hope you're having a good smoke. I hope. God damn it. It keeps going. When it hits the hash, that's the only thing. If you're not pulling it when it hits the hash, it will go out on you. But it's also kind of good that it does that. You know why? Because then you get to smoke it longer. And hydrate more. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, when I smoke one of these, man, I actually feel like El Presidente. I got people hooked on these. All the time. You have to, if you're a blunt smoker, you can't pass this up. There's a lot of blunts, for sure, that are out there, that are good. There's a lot of non-infused blunts that are good. But I'm just telling you, this, like, special occasion. I'm not saying go out and buy it every week. I'm just saying, special occasion. This bad boy is delicious. And dude, for real, it's delicious. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm high. Leave me alone. Come along for the ride.
Dude, for real? Oh, no way.
All right. For the dude for real facts, or the dude for real facts, 11 crazy things people used to think were healthy. So throughout history, this is from insider.com, and again, I'll put the link on toss420.com under Dude For Real, so you can verify what I tell you here. But here are 11 things that people thought were like healthy, legit things to do, okay? Radioactive drinks, number 1. In the early 1900s, people believed that radioactivity was good for you. Radioactive items were sold, including radium pendants for rheumatism, uranium blankets for arthritis, anti-aging, radioactive cosmetics, radioactive water, and more. Radioactive water became particularly popular when radiation was found in well-known hot springs that people thought had healing properties. Oh my God. See, I'm telling you, man, we're stupid. Sometimes, shit.
Dude. For real? Oh, no way.
We gotta learn from our mistakes. I'm just saying, now's the time. Let's learn from our mistakes and do the right shit here, okay? Shark cartilage. So apparently, shark cartilage is marketed as a supplement that that supporters say can be effective in treatment of cancer. John Pruden, a surgeon in the 1950s, began investigating the use of animal cartilage as a medical treatment. He reported that he was able to shrink tumors and treat cancers using animal cartilage. These results have not been repeated in other studies, but after the book Sharks Don't Get Cancer was published in 1992, shark cartilage became popular in alternative medicine. Of course it did. You said you could cure shark cartilage. You could... Rewind. You said you could cure cancer with shark cartilage. Are you nuts? Why wouldn't people think that? So the idea was that if sharks do not get cancer and their skeletons are almost entirely made of cartilage, then there may be something in cartilage that protects against cancer. There you go. Heroin cough suppressant, anyone?
Dude. For real? Oh, no way.
Yep, that's right. Heroin cough syrup. Heroin cough syrup was developed by Bayer Laboratories in 1898. Bayer discontinued making heroin by 1910 when the addictive properties of the drug were determined to be higher than originally thought. Yep. Oh, bloodletting. I think we all know where that goes, right? We thought that was great. Hey, let some blood out. It's all good. Plop, plop. People are dead. Mercury. In the 1500s, mercury was used in the treatment of syphilis. Have a lot of mercury. Mercury poisoning, I'm sure, became a problem. Oh, Jesus. Tobacco, that's right. People used to think that like tobacco was good for weight loss, right? A lobotomy. If you don't know what a lobotomy is, it's when you take... Here, let me read it to you. A lobotomy... no, wait, hold on. Okay, an instrument in which that resembled an ice pick was inserted above the eyeball and through the orbit. Ba-doop, right through here, okay? And then when the brain was reached, the pick would be moved back and forth to destroy neural pathways. This process was repeated on the other side. That would make you ba-doop, ba-doop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, not healthy, not helpful. I'm telling you, as people, we do stupid shit to each other and to like everything. I don't know why. I don't get it. LSD therapy. In the 1950s and early 60s, studies in LSD stated its use could cure alcoholism, criminal behavior, and schizophrenia. While most people may no longer see LSD as something healthy, Norwegian researchers want to continue LSD studies to treat alcoholism, and scientists believe it can improve treatments for schizophrenia. So they still believe it. But to be fair, with all this like talk of mushrooms and everything too, right? Like there seems to be beneficial properties in a lot of these in drugs in different ways. I'm not saying that we should all be using them all the time or anything like that. I'm just saying that it is surprising that we're all of a sudden finding uses for all this stuff, you know? Tapeworms. Yep, people used to try and lose weight by, getting a tapeworm. Cocaine from CNN. Long before drug cartels, crack wars, and TV shows about addiction, cocaine was promoted as a wonder drug, sold as a cure-all, and praised by some of the greatest minds in medical history, including Sigmund Freud and the pioneering surgeon William Halsted. Dude, what is going on? I see flakes of ash flying all over. Vitamin water. So apparently vitamin water is not good for you. It's just full of sugar. And yeah, so that's it. So those are all the things that like, don't eat them. You know why? Because not good for you. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Dude, for real? Oh, no way.
I'm just saying let's take a turn Instead of talking all this bullshit about everything that's going on and having all this negativity spread all the time everywhere, let's start talking about some good stuff. Let's have some good times. Let's have some laughs. Let's do something fun. Like the other day, okay? I decided that my kids were being lazy. So, I don't know if I told this on a podcast or not, but I ended up getting this motorized Nerf gun. Dude, that thing is a motivator. My son was mooning me, pow, 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 right in the butt cheeks. Dude, I got that kid good. It was funny. He was laughing, he was running around, and then it started a big Nerf war, but then the house got cleaned. So I've tried to find more creative ways to do things, and sometimes you got to go back to the basics to figure out what the next move is. So now I'm back to basics. I'm trying to figure out what the next move is still. But I'm working towards it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you come back next week with me, Justin Barone, because those are my thoughts off the stem. Yeah, you come back on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, YouTube, the WeedTube, where else? Basically wherever you get a podcast. It's out there, baby. And of course, you can always check it out at tots420.com. That's where you get the weed facts. You can have the links to all the things I talk about so that I'm not saying just some bullshit. And I have something to back it up with at least. It's just a review of the articles. But yeah, there's the full articles are on there under tots420.com, weed facts section, and then all the Dude For Real stuff is on tots420.com under Dude For Real. You can also check out the latest episodes there. I'm going to try, and because now I have time, work on some more extra stuff to put up, maybe some extra videos, maybe some, guides to things. I don't know. All the shit I can think of that I learned while working. You know what I'm saying? Like good stuff. Things that are helpful, not bad things. Good things. Share the love. That's what I'm saying. So those are my thoughts off the step for this week. I hope you enjoyed the sesh. I hope you come back with me, Justin Barone, next week at 4:20 p.m. to start your weekend off right. But until next time, keep your lids low, baby.